Hey, Motorman here, and I got a really simple and easy how-to, and you need to do this at least every 2 years. In fact, you need to check it and then probably change your fluid, and that's what we're going to do. In order to do that, to check your fluid for moisture, you need a Phillips head screwdriver and one of these meters is going to tell you how much water you have in your brake fluid. There's several different kinds. This one's about 20 bucks. I've seen them as low as $10. But all you got to do, and you want to make sure you cover the bike because this brake fluid will destroy your paint. So you're going to take off these two screws. Taking off the screws. There's going to be a gasket under here. I'm going to take that out as well so you could dunk the end of the tester into the brake fluid. This bike actually has two of these gaskets. We're going to take them both out and be very careful, like I said, with this brake fluid. Don't want to get it on the paint of the motorcycle. Lay it down on a clean towel. And I noticed I spilled just a tiny bit. I'm going to wipe that off immediately. Now we turn the tester on. And we're going to dunk it in the fluid. And this is telling me it's about 2%, 1%, somewhere in there. If it's 3% or more, you want to change the fluid. So this doesn't look too bad. I'm going to change it anyway because I don't know if this is the original fluid that came with the motorcycle. This is a 2015. I bought it with 500 miles on it. But I'm going to check both the front and the rear. So you can see the line right on here, and it says OK at 2%. So that means there's 2% moisture. Of course, since we checked the top for the front brake, we know that there's moisture in there and the fluid needs to be changed. That means we're going to change both the front and back fluid, but we'll check this just in case and see what the reading is on the rear. Want to make sure when you set this down that you don't get any sand or anything on this gasket. So this is the same thing. It's got about 2% moisture. It says it's okay, but we're going to change the fluid and we're going to bleed both of them anyway. And here's why this is so important. This is a 2007. Back then, they only had ABS available on the police motorcycles. And this is the ABS unit on this particular bike. When they put them on the civilian bikes, I think 2 or 3 years later, this gets mounted behind the side cover. But what's happened since the fluid was never changed, or at least it went well over the 2-year period, this ABS module no longer works. So this bike doesn't have ABS anymore. And that's really important. I had to have it bypassed. And the reason I did that is this bike is just used as a rental for my class, so ABS is not a big deal. However, if you wanted to replace this, it's like $1,200. That's a lot of money. And it's just because moisture got in there, nobody ever changed the fluid on there, and it ruined the ABS totally. So don't let that happen to you. Make sure you check that fluid. You know, if you're in a very humid climate like here in Florida, I'm going to be changing them once a year at least. Have that fluid changed and the brakes bled. And if you have to go to your Harley dealer, it's okay. They also sell a tool, I'm not sure if it's from Harley-Davidson, that allows you to do the ABS, bleed the ABS brakes at home. I'm not sure what the cost of it is, but you could find them on YouTube for Harley-Davidson ABS tester, I believe it's called. So that's it for now. I hope you learned something by this. Very easy thing to do. It's a great maintenance tip. And check that fluid. Okay, you ready to go?
Ready.
You sure you're ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Come on.
You realize you're holding the camera backwards?
Oh my gosh. Oops.
Now you're ready to go?
Ready.